Therefore hear what the Lord has planned against Babylon, what he has purposed against the land of the Babylonians. The young of the flock will be dragged away. He will completely destroy their pasture because of them. At the sound of Babylon's capture, the earth will tremble. Its cry will resound among the nations. This is what the Lord says. See, I will stir up the spirit of a destroyer against Babylon and the people of Leb-Kamai, or Chaldea. Chaldea was the original people group of the people who lived in Babylon. That's why you're often going to see that term Chaldeans to refer to Babylonians. I will send foreigners to Babylon to winnow her and to devastate her land. They will oppose her on every side in the day of her disaster. Let not the archer string his bow, nor let him put on his armor. Do not spare her young men. Completely destroy her army. They will fall down slain in Babylon, fatally wounded in her streets. For Israel and Judah have not been forsaken by the God, the Lord Almighty, by their God, the Lord Almighty, though their land is full of guilt before the Holy One of Israel. It's not the Holy One of Israel. It's another Isaiah term, another use of that Isaiah term. Flee from Babylon. Run for your lives. Do not be destroyed because of their sins. It is time for the Lord's vengeance. He will pay Babylon what she deserves. Babylon was a gold cup in the Lord's hand. She made the whole earth drink. That was the whole point of the book of Jeremiah, basically. The nations drank her wine, therefore they have now gone mad. We're going to pick this imagery up again at the end of Revelation. Don't forget this. We're not quite done with this Babylon as a drunkard imagery again. Babylon will suddenly fall and be broken. Wail over her. Give balm for her pain. Perhaps she can be healed. Now the people are talking to each other. We would have healed Babylon, but she cannot be healed. Let us leave her and each go to his own land, for her judgment reaches to the skies. It rises as high as the clouds. Those are the people talking to each other. That imagery goes back to the idea of the smoke that fumigates up to heaven after you destroy something and burn it up to God. We saw that back in Sodom and Gomorrah when Abraham went out and saw the smoke rising up the day after the destruction. And when you burn something on the altar, the smoke goes up. The idea is that it's being fumigated up to God. You put your sacrifice on the altar and you convert them into something holy. And then you take the things that are set apart for destruction and burn them up, and you're offering them to God as something that's to be destroyed. The Lord has vindicated us. Come, let us tell in Zion what the Lord our God has done. Sharpen the arrows, take up the shields. The Lord has stirred up the kings of the Medes. So now we know the identity of the group that's going to be behind this. The Medes had actually helped Babylon before. They helped Babylon to get rid of the Assyrians. Now they're going to help the Persians to get rid of the Babylonians. Because the Lord has stirred up the kings of the Medes, because his purpose is to destroy Babylon. The Lord will take vengeance for his temple. Lift up a banner against the walls of Babylon. Reinforce the guard. Station the watchmen. Prepare an ambush. The Lord will carry out his purpose, his decree against the people of Babylon. You who live by many waters, they lived in between the Tigris and the Euphrates rivers, near what we would call today the Persian Gulf, and are rich in treasures, your end has come. The time for you to be cut off. The Lord Almighty has sworn by himself, I will surely fill you with men as with a swarm of locusts, and they will shout in triumph over you. At Babylon itself were the locusts in the previous judgment. Now they're going to be overrun by locusts, other men, other invaders. He made the earth by his power. He founded the world by his wisdom, and stretched out the heavens by his understanding. When he thunders, the waters in the heavens roar. He makes clouds rise from the ends of the earth. There again is that imagery of the sky being solid, something stretched out over the earth, and water being above it. He makes clouds rise from the ends of the earth. He sends lightning with the rain, and brings out the wind from his storehouses. Every man is senseless and without knowledge. Every goldsmith is shamed by his idols. His images are a fraud. They have no breath in them. They are worthless, the objects of mockery. When their judgment comes, they will perish. He who is the portion of Jacob is not like these, for he is the maker of all things, including the tribe of his inheritance. The Lord Almighty is his name. You are my war club, my weapon for battle. With you I shatter nations. With you I destroy kingdoms. With you I shatter horse and rider. With you I shatter chariot and driver. With you I shatter man and woman. With you I shatter old and young. With you I shatter young man and maiden. With you I shatter shepherd and flock. With you I shatter farmer and oxen. With you I shatter governors and officials. I'm not sure if he's referring to the Babylonians here as having something he's used as this, or if he's now talking about the Medes and the Persians as his new war club. Babylon had been his war club, just like Assyria had been before. And now the Medes and Persians are. Before your eyes I will repay Babylon and all who live in Babylonia for all the wrong they have done in Zion, declares the Lord. I am against you, O destroying mountain, you who destroy the whole earth, declares the Lord. I will stretch out my hand against you, roll you off the cliffs, and make you a burned-out mountain, an extinct volcano, in other words. No rock will be taken from you for a cornerstone, nor any stone for a foundation, for you will be desolate forever, declares the Lord. Lift up a banner in the land, blow the trumpet among the nations. Prepare the nations for battle against her. Summon against her these kingdoms, Ararat, Mini, and Ashkenaz. These were all north of Babylon. These were all allied with the Medes, I guess, in their invasion of Babylon. Appoint a commander against her. Send up horses like a swarm of locusts. Prepare the nations for battle against her, the kings of the Medes, their governors and all their officials, and all the countries they rule. The land trembles and writhes, for the Lord's purposes against Babylon stand, to lay waste the land of Babylon so that no one will live there. Babylon's warriors have stopped fighting. They remain in the strongholds. Their strength is exhausted. They have become like women. Her dwellings are set on fire. The bars of her gates are broken. One courier follows another, and messenger follows messenger, to announce to the king of Babylon that his entire city is captured. The river crossings are seized. The marshes are set on fire that prevents people from hiding in the reeds, and the soldiers are terrified. This is bad news. We're going to get a glimpse of this in Daniel 5 when Babylon actually falls. So this is bad news. The king of Babylon at the time is not going to have a good day. Over Nebuchadnezzar. This will be after Nebuchadnezzar's time. This is what the Lord Almighty, the God of Israel, says. The daughter of Babylon is like a threshing floor at the time it is trampled. The time to harvest her will soon come. Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, has devoured us. He has thrown us into confusion. He has made us an empty jar. Like a serpent he has swallowed us, and filled his stomach with our delicacies. And then he spewed us out. May the violence done to our flesh, or what has been done to us and to our children, be upon Babylon, say the inhabitants of Zion. May our blood be on those who live in Babylonia, says Jerusalem. Therefore, this is what the Lord says. See, I will defend your cause and avenge you. I will dry up her sea and make her springs dry. Babylon will be a heap of ruins, a haunt of jackals, an object of horror and scorn, a place where no one lives. Her people all roar like young lions. They growl like lion cubs. But while they are aroused, I will set out a feast for them and make them drunk. so that they shout with laughter, and then they sleep forever and not awake, declares the Lord. They were having a party when the city fell. We'll read about that in Daniel 5. The king in the city at the time, Belshazzar, was actually throwing a party, a feast for his nobles at the time that the city fell. So a lot of this is figurative, but that is actually kind of a literal statement. They're going to be literally drunk and having a party when the invading army comes. I'll bring them down like lambs to the slaughter, like rams and goats. How Shishak will be captured. Shishak is a cryptogram for Babylon. We've seen this word used before. I don't know why it's being used. I don't know what the point is that's being communicated. We know it's Babylon because of the way the Hebrew letters work. I don't know why Jeremiah chose to use this word Shishak a couple times in his prophecies. I don't know. It's Babylon. I don't know why he obscured it by saying Shishak, but it's Babylon. How Shishak will be captured, the boast of the whole earth seized. What a whore Babylon will be among the nations. The sea will rise over Babylon. Its roaring waves will cover her. Pharaoh tried to do it. Read about him being a rising river. He tried to cover the earth. He couldn't do it. But the sea is going to do it. Something's going to cover Babylon. Her towns will be desolate, a dry and desert land, a land where no one lives, through which no man travels. I will punish Bel, it's a god, Baal basically, in Babylon, and make him spew out what he has swallowed. The nations will no longer be afraid of him, or no longer stream to him, and the wall of Babylon will fall. Come out of her, my people, run for your lives, run from the fierce anger of the Lord. Do not lose heart or be afraid when rumors are heard in the land. One rumor comes this year, another the next. Rumors of violence in the land, and of ruler against ruler. For the time will surely come. Now, Jesus is going to refer to this, too, in one of his sermons, about not being afraid of rumors of wars. Things have to happen. The time will surely come when I will punish the idols of Babylon. Her whole land will be disgraced. And her slain will all lie fallen within her. Then heaven and earth and all that is in them will shout for joy over Babylon. Oh, my knee. Ouch. Will shout for joy over Babylon. For out of the north, the destroyers will attack her, declares the Lord. Babylon must fall because of Israel's slain, just as the slain and all the earth have fallen because of Babylon. You who have escaped the sword, leave and do not linger. Remember the Lord in a distant land, and think on Jerusalem. We are disgraced, again, speaker shift here, for we have been insulted, and shame covers our faces, because foreigners have entered the holy places of the Lord's house. The days are coming, declares the Lord, when I will punish her idols, and throughout her land the wounded will groan. Even at the time this prophecy was given, Babylon hadn't even conquered Jerusalem yet. So he's talking about this coming inevitable conquer of Jerusalem and the desecration of the temple by the foreigners. But he's also saying that I'm going to get back at them again for this someday after that. Even if Babylon reaches the sky and fortifies her lofty stronghold, I will send destroyers. That's what Babel used to. The Tower of Babel is in Babylon. Okay, Babylon has a long reputation for setting itself against God. This is a reference to the Tower of Babel, which was Babylon back at the time, when they tried to build a tower and set themselves against God. So even if Babylon reaches the sky and fortifies her lofty stronghold, I will send destroyers against her, declares the Lord. The sound of a cry comes from Babylon, the sound of great destruction from the land of the Babylonians. The Lord will destroy Babylon. He will silence her noisy din. Waves of enemies will rage like great waters. The roar of their voices will resound. A destroyer will come against Babylon. Her warriors will be captured, and their bows will be broken. For the Lord is a God of retribution. He will repay in full. I will make her officials and wise men drunk, her governors, officers, and warriors as well. They will sleep forever and not awake, declares the King, whose name is the Lord Almighty. This is what the Lord Almighty says. Babylon's thick wall will be leveled, and her high gates set on fire. They took a lot of pride in their walls. We'll read about this in Daniel 4 when Nebuchadnezzar is walking along the walls of his palace one day when he defies God with his pride and arrogance. They love their walls. The people exhaust themselves for nothing. The nation's labor is only fuel for the flames. This is the message Jeremiah gave to the staff officer Seraiah, son of Neriah, this is, by the way, Baruch's brother, okay? We read about this guy Baruch that Jeremiah will use to write down his message. Baruch is also the son of Neriah. This is his messenger, his brother Seraiah. To the staff officer Seraiah, son of Neriah, the son of Maaseiah, when he went to Babylon was Zedekiah, king of Judah, in the 4th year of his reign. Jeremiah had written on the scroll about all the disasters that would come upon Babylon, all that had been recorded concerning Babylon. He said to Seraiah, "When you get to Babylon, see that you read all these words aloud. Then say, O Lord, you have said you will destroy this place, so that neither man nor animal will live in it. It will be desolate forever. When you finish reading the scroll, tie a stone to it, and throw it into the Euphrates. Then say, so will Babylon sink, to rise no more, because of the disaster I will bring upon her, and her people will fall." I presume Jeremiah wrote another copy of this prophecy, so that we have it here, preserved for us here. But he apparently wrote a copy he sent off and had them throw into the river after they were done reading it. The words of Jeremiah end here. Okay, so that is, we'll read about that again. There is a little bit more left to come. There is a chapter 52, which is a recap of the fall of Jerusalem. We're not there yet. So next time we get started, we're going to go back to 26. We skipped ahead from 25 to 46 because that was the subject matter of the nation, the judgment on the nations. So we're going to zoom back to 26 next time, and we're going to read more about the fall of Jerusalem. It gets easier from this point onward because after the next few chapters, Jeremiah is going to be recording events in narrative form and in chronological order. So the second half of Jeremiah is easier to follow, at least for our understanding and our way of thinking today, than the first half. So that'll be next time.